Hi guys, it's been a while I know, but I'm doing something I really did not want to do, and that's actually pull this gearbox off the winch again. I cannot get the arm to go back in. I'm not too sure what's happened. So yeah, the selector arm just won't go back. There's a selector piece that slides backwards and forwards on the shaft. It's got the cutout that fits that, and I mean, I can see it and I can move it around, but I just can't get the arm to go back on. So drain the oil and see if something else has gone wrong. I would hate to put the winch back in and then have to pull it back out of the truck, because that'd be even worse. So see how we go. Yeah, pain in the ass, but hey ho, that's what I've got to do. Another easy job finished. Well, not finished, it's halfway through I suppose, but yeah, it's pulled apart. This is the actuator here with the D shape. Hang on, let me get it in there. That fits the end there. With it all off, no worries, get it in there, piece of cake. So I am going to clean this again. I don't know if the camera's going to pick up, but there's a fair bit of muck in there, and this had already been cleaned out once, and that oil looks very ordinary. So I also I'll have to look at the specs, but I'm sure that was a gear oil, and that does not look like gear oil. So yeah, not too sure. But also the shaft going through the winch drum, again, I'm not too sure if the camera's picking up, badly pitted. So not that this winch is going to be doing much winching, because the truck, well, my intention will be for it to be a display truck. So, but while it's actually all pulled apart like this, easy to clean, and also might be, or not might be, will be a lot easier to paint. So rub it all back, paint it while it's all pulled apart. So yeah, so carry on. Just on a side note, that is the winch shear pin. When we first got this truck, that was broken, so we originally just put a bolt in there again just to get the winch moving, not that we were going to use it as a winch. But then the third truck come along, in one of the toolboxes was 6 of these, so I've actually got 6 new shear pins. I'm very happy about that find. Okay, finally I think we're at the point where everything's painted and I can start getting this winch put back together. It's been a long time coming. I think it's been close to a year now, so I'm going to try and record as much as I can. I'm going to nip up to the house shortly and go and get the GoPro, have that on the head mount, and just see how it goes. This is footage from the GoPro with me doing a voiceover, watching it as I go. Initially, no real dramas, putting in the 4 retaining bolts that hold the brake unit housing. It does go horribly pear-shaped from now on. The actual brake would not go on there. Actually split the bit of wood later on. I don't know if it's in the video or not, but that splits off, and the keyway also very tight, so, or the key going into the keyway. So I yeah, battled with this. This was hours, even though it's only going to be a few minutes for you guys. I end up taking it and or the whole winch, taking it over and putting that on using the press. Again, that's saved my butt again. So yeah, this footage has all been sped up 300%, and a lot of it has been chopped. Simply the length of time of trying to get this on. I don't know whether I've got the video of me actually hammering it, and then I had to get the device I made to remove it initially and use that again to take it off, so that's been worth its weight. Okay, it's next day. I had to take this over to the press and push it on. It was just such a tight fit. I fought with it, and I need a hand to get it in the trolley to take it across there. So we've pressed it in, and there's enough room in the shaft there to get the circlip on. So I'll go ahead, bolt this in, and then get the brake unit on. I also had to go over and take the one off the third truck to just see how it fitted, because the diagram showed that there was maybe a washer or something on the outer surface there, but it wasn't. It was, what was it? It was this thing here. It goes in like from the outside in. Another circlip goes on the surface there. I actually thought it went the other way, but anyway, took that plate off the other truck and there was a wasp nest in there. So I just went over and checked then. They looked dead. So I'll get back under there. I might take the GoPro under and see if there's anything to see. If there is, you guys will see it. So I haven't got the GoPro down here today. I went and had a look at the footage, and a lot of it was buggered up because it was looking straight down. So most of it you saw my shirt. So I've got to get a way of putting it onto either a camera or a laptop so I can see what the camera is looking at. So, but I'm going to put this camera back on the tripod and hopefully get this together for the last time. Okay, on the tripod, see how we go. So I've got the 4 retaining bolts to go in, 2 of which are in. I'll get the other 2. I'm using a different Never Sees. I'll give this one a go. It was in the rubbish bin, so I thought I'd recycle it. Okay, the main circlip. Oh, beautiful. It's a lot easier to get back on. I can't remember if I took footage or not of, I've put the brake liner back in using contact cement, so yeah, I hope that's good enough. I didn't know what else to stick it down with, but yeah, it's gone on nice, solid, so I'm not too sure how much tension has to be on this unit, as the brake will not be used in anger in real life. I'm going to give it a test run, I think, and it shouldn't be a problem, but I presume as long as it just doesn't spin freely, that'll be good enough. I'll tell you what, a lot easier putting it back together when it's all clean and no rust. That circlip, the original one actually snapped. It's on the table here somewhere because it was so rusty. I don't know if you've seen the original footage or not, but this bolt needs a hell of a clean up because it was very rusty. Should have lost the nut. It's not in there. Oh, there it is. Nut and spring. See, this is the bit I don't know. How much tension do you put on that? Yeah, I won't go any further. I mean, it goes one way quite freely, but I cannot turn it the other way. And that's not much. Yeah, I can still undo that with my fingers. Yeah, that's not right, I don't think. If anyone knows for sure in the comments, well, can you please let me know, because what I'll do is go and get the service manual out and just see if there's anything written up on that. I won't go any further, but I will take note that I don't think that's right. These retaining screws, I had to grab one off the other truck. There was one missing. That also snapped. All this was rusted to buggery. Incredible. The difference is incredible. These were so painful to get off or get out, remove. Looks like it's going at a hell of an angle. Just going in. Feels good. And she put the plate on just as just to put it on and have a look at it. It's been so long since it's been on here. This is going to be good to get it finished, that's for sure. All right. Yep. I suppose now the main shaft. That came up pretty good too. Managed to protect the plate for the winch, so that looks good. Alright, I'll have a look at the diagram and plan the next step. Okay, I think I've got this worked out. The bolt, which is number 20, is going in from the outside in there, so that which will be the outside over this side for the main drive gear, and then it's got the washer and nut on this side, which they are. So the retaining spring is already on the shaft, which is right there, and that's the selector. I don't know what you would call it, actually. Just, well, let's have a look. 24 ring retainer steel external. No, it's not 24, 25. Clutch half positive sliding, so that's what that is. And then the selector bar sits in the top of that and flaps backwards and forwards and pushes it around. So, alright, we'll see how we go. This unit's getting heavier and heavier the more obviously I put on it, so we'll get this shaft in, just see what it looks like, and go from there. I will leave the camera on for this, but I don't think you're going to see much from the stand. I wish I could get that GoPro going properly. Oh, come back out, there's got to be an easier way. Oh shit, can't get it out. That is so close. I wonder if I need to release that brake unit so I can turn it freely. Actually, I don't need to do that, do I? Just a matter of doing this. Oh, for God's sake. Righto. It's not the brake that's holding it. Right, let's try this a different way. We'll put that on the shaft fully. God. Bloody hell. I'll be buggered. Oh, I'll be stuffed. Well, I didn't think that was going to be as painful as that. Let's get this off. I was going to just fit that in and take it out again and give it a clean inside, but bugger that. I can stay in. I might just give it a coating of diesel and flush it out and then call that done, because that was an absolute pain. That was incredible, actually. All right, I'll put the retainers, or the retaining nut and the washers on the shaft, just so I'm not having to worry about that falling out. Yeah, wow. Okay, so we've got four, five. Oh, okay, I've got to get the other sheet. Okay, we've got the nut slotted. Yep, washer flat, size. For an American, this is probably their second language inches, but I've grown up with metric system, so this is like reading Chinese. I will give these a bit of a scrub before putting them on, but just make sure I've got everything. So 2, 3, I've got 2 shims. I'm not too sure. That's what come off, so that's what's going back on. Bearing sleeve, which is still in there. So we go nut, so the shims, washer, and then the nut. And you can see on the washer where the shims sat, and on the other side where the nut sat. So, all right, I'll turn the camera off again, and I'll go and get these cleaned up. Okay, back again. One clean washer, which was originally painted green, so I will probably do that. I've gone this far, so, but not right now. So shims first, which you can't see anyway. So shims. That just prevents the washer from clamping down on the body, I presume. Yeah, that was a bit of a concern. I didn't think the nut was going to go on. Alright. Good old anti-C. Oh, actually no, I won't. Not if I'm going to paint that washer. And probably the nut too, by the looks. That might have had paint on it. One and 7/8. Right, we've got to go get the correct drive. Right up, here we go again. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but this drive is one my lad found down at the rubbish tip with 3 sockets. So there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's not the most expensive drive in the world, I'm sure, but still, a bit of a waste. I'm going to put my music on, so what you guys will hear is probably that weird music I play every now and then, because I get hit with something. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, copyright, that's right. So I get to hear the good music, you get to hear the weird music. Okay, that's the main mechanism back in. So to engage it, this gets pushed over like that, and those nodules there go into there on the main winch drum, and the winch turns. It's easy as that. So I'll just go through. I know there was some washers that went on there, and just a pin held that in. I'm not too sure on the other side whether there's washers on that. I just wanted to get it together and see what it looked like. And I've got to readjust that brake. So back to my music. Okay, that's the end lifted off the table, and let's just push the shaft through. Wasn't too hard. I had help because that was very heavy, and that's the end piece. I am presuming, well, the end bearing, I'm presuming I need to take that back off, and this is what they're calling a shim that goes in there. I can't remember when I took it apart, so I'm going to have to go back through the old footage and just see, but I would say that that's where that's come from. So inside there, yeah, quite happy with the progress today. It's really good. So got to take this back off, repaint that. Must tighten up the shear pin. Give the gearbox a flush of mixture of diesel petrol. That's about it, I suppose. Okay. Oh, I've got to check up on that brake unit, and this top screw has sheared, so, well, not sheared, but it's slipping as you turn it, so it's stripped, so not overly bothered. Alright, very good. I'll get all that done. Maybe not the painting, don't know yet. Get all that done, and then we're good to put it back in the truck. Okay, the winch is finally in situ. It wasn't too bad getting it in. That bolt up the far end there, it's, for some reason it felt good about 3/4 of the way, but then it didn't feel right, and I'm pretty sure I had an issue with that when I took it out. The actuating arm I had to take out again and straighten up. It did have a bend in it. It's been in there since I got it, because I couldn't line it up inside, and by straightening it up, this lever here will need to be pulled back to make it straight for the actuator. So I'll probably end up taking that out again, but overall quite pleased. Yeah, as long as it works, of course. Yeah. So I think I will finish up with this video now, and put it together and send it out. So yeah, and then we go on. I've got to get the PTO drive shaft in, of course. That shouldn't be too much trouble. I'll get the truck mobile again and go for a drive, and then we go on to the transfer case. So yeah, so that's been the winch has been a hell of a process. So of course, when the winch rope gets run back through, I'm going to have to get that plate all bolted down finally, because that was one of the original jobs from the truck. So I'll get that bolted down, and then the back end will be done. So yeah, all good.